It is that time again. Revive the music, and you know what? So far, so good. And today we have some awesome dudes that have done so much for the scene. Want to thank you guys for the support, helping the cellar. As you know, so many venues have been shut down nationwide, especially in our areas. And you know, you guys as musicians feel that because you know, like you guys remember all the shows we had at the Trash Bar, for example.
Yeah.
You know, they've been gone for a while, but you know, like the mom and pop, quote unquote, shops are so vital to our scene.
So many are closing, man, every day. So many. Like I talk to people and they're like, "Oh man, we can't do it, and we're closing down next week." And I'm just like, "Man, that sucks." You know, it's really affected us big time, man. Really hope that things get back to normal sooner than later. You know.
And I know you traveled a couple of times through COVID. How tricky was it? You know, kind of like arranging the shows, the traveling, because everybody's got to be safe.
Well, Mark is actually going out soon for like a whole month. He's doing like 20,000 shows in Texas, and it's tour of Texas. But the Road to Freedom is with Whiskey Dick and Rizzo. It's going to be a cool tour. I helped set that up with Nikki Bell from God Size Entertainment and booking, and so it's definitely a challenge to get shows that are still happening and promoters that are willing to take the shows and actually willing to pay money because everyone's hurting. So it's really hard to find people that still have their doors open and can fully function. But we did, Dead by Wednesday did a short run in the Midwest where there was mandates, there was masks, you had to wear the masks, but they were doing things properly, which I think could be done all over if people actually are willing to do it. Like where I'm from, I don't see why they don't take a temperature at the door, make people wear masks, do 10% of the capacity, or even like 50 people in a 500 capacity venue. I don't see why, but yet they don't do that. But yet you could have 10,000 people at a basketball game or a football game, or you could have for holiday, like for like Halloween or Christmas, you could have, these holiday events with thousands. I was at a Halloween thing, there's 3,000 people. They weren't socially distanced. They had masks on, but they were right up my butt in line. So like, why can't we have 100 people in a 1,000 capacity room? It's something there's a lot of weird stuff going on with these mandates, a lot of hypocrisy. I think they're just confused. They don't know how to handle it. I don't think it's anything like a hidden conspiracy or anything, but I think it's just not easy to understand or grasp and try to figure out. And so they're having a hard time with it. But we were able to do a few short runs during this whole thing, which is a blessing in 2020. One was with Dead by Wednesday in the Midwest. We did like Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin. We did a few shows in the Midwest. And then, believe it or not, we did a bunch of shows with me and my guitar player, Dave Sharp. We also play with David Ellefson's solo band called Ellefson. And they had a few shows with Saliva, and it was outdoor venues. And we did Texas, Louisiana. We did a bunch of places that were a little more lenient on the whole mandates. So those went great. They were outside. The only thing with that is that a lot of people, they don't understand the respect factor when it comes to other people's opinions about the pandemic. So when we were going there, we all had masks on. It was me, Bumblefoot, David, Tom, and Dave Sharp, and we all had masks on. And we walk in these clubs, and everyone's just like hanging out with no masks half the time. And we're like, they're looking at us like we're alien, and like, what the hell you guys got those masks on for, And we're like, I think you guys should know. I mean, there's a pandemic happening right now. And then after the show, they all want to like high five and hug you. And then like normally I would do that, man. I want to do that, but I feel bad, and it's like, and like you're giving them the elbow, and they get insulted. They're like, whoa, what the hell, man? They're getting insulted by you trying to be safe, and it's really not about. It's not about me necessarily. Like, it's more about me going home and bringing it to my my mother, my neighbor who's I see all the time. Like Mark's got family that are immune compromised. I have family like that. So we're just, it's not about me necessarily. Like, listen, if I get sick, I get sick. I'm more worried about the people around me.
Absolutely.
So
and you recently came back from the studio with SOULFLY.
Yeah.
And was the recording, did you have to do it like the same way as usual, kind of everybody go into a town, or did you have to do it separately? How was that dynamic?
We did it very differently, where this time we all did it in different places that we live. You know, Max did his parts in Arizona. I did mine actually in Philadelphia. I drove down there. So yeah, it was different. We didn't do it all together like we normally fly into somewhere and do it.
That's the beauty of being being able to do remote stuff, you know?
Yeah, but it was cool. You know, I mean, wore a mask and just did my parts with the engineer and producer, Arthur.
Arthur, right?
Yep.
He was in a bubble. He was playing in a bubble.
Yeah. I mean, look, the vaccine's out, right? I know people that got it already, so hopefully, you know, everyone will get vaccinated for whatever that's worth. Hopefully it does work.
I mean, yeah, they're saying it might only last up to 3 months, and they don't even know.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
What's really weird about it is that I'm not by any means like against it. I get the regular flu shot every year because my son, you have to get it to go for school and for other things. And I was against it for years, and now I get it all the time. But I got it after many years of seeing what was going on with it, and I don't know enough about it. They're saying that, you know, anywhere from 4 months to a year, there could be side effects that no one knows what's going on. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to wait and see if Mark grows a third eye or
I heard someone grew a tail, so I mean, you just don't know. You don't know.
Unless they require, that's what sucks about it, is that I don't like the fact that for touring musicians, now they're saying that you have to get the shot to go out of the country, which baffles me, because if it's only good for 3 months, for 4 months, how do they know when I got it? I got my slip. Yeah. Here you go. I got it. Well, it could have been 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Like,
these are crazy times.
It doesn't make sense to me,
times.
but whatever. You know, I'm not here to complain about it. I just want to get back to normal, and I want to tour. I mean, we had both Mark and I had both of our years, one of the biggest years of our careers, canceled on us. You know, Japan, Europe, all U.S. all canceled last year. You know, so.
Yeah, and it's crazy, like, talented, hardworking people having to be forced to take a break, going on unemployment, you know, like, you know, you're always working.
Well, we're doing other stuff now, like, so we're, like, recording, you know, Mark and I started a new project. It's a 3-piece called Hail the Horns, HTH, and we're working on some music now, recording with our buddy Joey Concepcion. We're just been working on some stuff at my studio. And, you know, the new SOULFLY album, we're working on a new Dead by Wednesday album. It's funny what you do when you have to learn how to improvise and overcome situations. So we're like, you know, like, for example, Dead by Wednesday last week, we would never have done this, but this clothing company came to us, Beachcomber, and they're like, hey, man, we have these shirts, you know, we'll pay you X amount of dollars, and it was a good amount of money to model in our clothes. And we were like, let's see what this stuff looks like first, you know? So we looked them up and everything, and it was, you know, totally cool. Dark, like, shirts like this, like normal, like, and we did the shoot, we got paid. You know, Dave and I just did played in a band, a guy who's on Nuclear Blast and a power metal band, and who's in Europe. We ended up doing some tracks for him, and they paid us to play on their stuff on the studio. So, like, you know, you have to hustle and find, like, new ways, like, you know, to make money. And when you're not out touring, you know, this is how we do it. I mean, Mark is a champion at that. He does that all the time. He finds ways of making a living when he's home, you know?
Yep.
Tell him what you do.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to hit the road in the states that are allowing shows, which Opus helped book, and our good friend Nick Bell. And, you know, I'm going to try to be safe, wear a mask.
Yeah.
It's just you, though, right? Which is weird. Yeah, I mean, you're always in the travel circus, as they say.
Well, I've been doing this for years, where I go out and I just play with a backing track, and it's just me by myself. I rent a car, drive from show to show. I have the time of my life. I call it the Freedom Tours. You know, it's a lot of fun. Do whatever I feel like it.
No bus call.
No, yeah, there's no bus call. And so, you know, it's for me, I think the way I travel and the way I tour by myself for my solo project is, like, really safe, because again, I'm by myself, and I stay in a hotel by myself, so it's not like I'm on a bus with 10 people.
Right.
And you know, I'm gonna try to be as safe as I can.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask.
I've always washed my hands. Everyone always makes fun of me. I've always toured with rubbing alcohol. I've always cleaned myself up with rubbing alcohol, you know. And
drinking apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar is a big one. I know. I swear by that.
Germaphobe.
Yeah, I followed that up too. Yeah.
You know. So I mean, I'm going to do the best I can, but I can't wait to get back out there and play, because I was actually working manual labor, killing myself these last couple months. You know, no support, no help.
Odd jobs.
Still haven't got unemployment. Somehow I got screwed with that. Still working on that. no support at all. You know, so I've been up on roofs doing roofing, doing this, doing whatever I can. To
Wait a minute,
pay
you
my
didn't get your
bills.
$600 from the government?
No, well, that I got this.
They're supposedly sending us $1,400 more.
Yeah.
Supposedly. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see if that happens.
So I'm looking forward to getting back on the road and hitting the states that will do shows. So
Yeah.
that's that.
And then if and when we can get out with the other project, we're going to do that too. Tony Campos is involved in that.
Cool.
So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, it's crazy how everybody's at home now. Like, you know, I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool that we have this type of platforms to bring people some music, some sort. But it's got to be really weird to get used to, like, hey, I'm playing in front of this amount of people every night. It's awesome hanging afterwards. And all of a sudden, you got to be kind of like in a booth
It's like
or
breaks.
in a living room situation playing for people
Yeah,
that
it's
are
really
like there,
weird.
but they're not
Yeah,
here with
exactly,
you. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's very
weird.
strange.
Or like sports without people. But you were saying, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
now
kind of
they're
like,
doing it.
let's get music back on track because people need music. You know,
Revive
music
the
saves
music.
lives.
Revive the music. Do it.
I want to thank you guys for being part of today's
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you.
You guys do not go anywhere because both Marc Rizzo and Dead by Wednesday are about to kick our faces in a very beautiful, lovely, and peaceful way.
Yes. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Cool.
Cool.
What did it